with the national anthem. Give it up for your marching warriors and alumni.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to David Huff Memorial Field here on the campus of Warrington High School for what is sure to be an unforgettable showdown under the Friday night lights. Tonight, the Warrington Warriors take on the Orchard Farm Eagles in a high-stakes clash with both teams entering the contest undefeated at 7-0. The winner tonight will hoist the GAC North Conference Championship plaque after the game. Hi, I'm Keith Brown, and joining me in the booth on the Warrington Sports Network this evening is the GAC Hall of Fame coach, Joel Adam. This matchup is a repeat of last year's thrilling conference championship where the Warriors claimed a decisive 42-19 victory. The Eagles will be looking for redemption while the Warriors aim to defend their title and solidify their dominance. The atmosphere is electric, the anticipation is palpable, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Get ready for a night of intense, heart-pounding high school football action right here on the Warrington Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment with a head-to-head tail of the tape stat comparison between these two undefeated teams. Tonight's matchup is the Orchard Farm Eagles versus the Warrington Warriors, two very similar teams stat-wise on the field this year. The Eagles are coached by Chris Lindhoff, and the Warriors are coached by Jason Coper. Both teams come in with a record of 7-0 and are undefeated in the GAC North as well. In the head-to-head competition over the last 5 years, Orchard Farm has won 2 and Warrenton has won 3. Orchard Farm won in 21, 56-18, and in 2020, 38-7. Warrenton has wins in 2023, winning 42-19, in 2022, winning 35-25, and 2019, winning 35-18. The average points per game between these two, you're not going to believe this, but they are dead even at 37 points each this season per game. So this is going to be a very closely contested ball game. Rushing yards per game. Orchard Farm averages 206 yards per game, 7 yards a carry, which is phenomenal. But even better is Warrenton. They come in averaging 312 yards per game and 8 yards a carry, so slight edge to the Warriors there. When we look at the passing part of the game, the completion rate for Orchard Farm, Colin Sinclair, who's the quarterback, he's a junior, he completes 65% of his passes, whereas Brandon Johnson, the senior quarterback for Warrenton, completes 58. So a little bit of difference, a slight edge maybe to Orchard Farm. Sinclair's thrown for 16 touchdowns, where Johnson's thrown for 9 touchdowns, and Sinclair for the Eagles has thrown 3 interceptions, and Johnson's thrown 4 for the Warriors. So rushing-wise, slight edge to the Warriors. Passing-wise, probably a slight edge to the Orchard Farm Eagles. If it turns to a close game and it comes down to field goals, Orchard Farm has kicked 2 field goals this year, and Warrenton's only kicked 1, so not a big edge to either team in that aspect of it. But young Kinney for the Warriors can certainly boot the ball from a long distance. When it comes to points allowed, Orchard Farm allows 15 points defensively, and Warrenton averages 12 points defensively. So edge to the Warriors there. Takeaways could be a big part of tonight's game. We're thinking takeaways, penalties can be a big part of the game. Those little things are often overlooked. Orchard Farm actually has 15 turnovers where they forced turnovers this year. Warrenton has 12, so maybe a slight edge there, but every game's a different game and every opponent's different, so we'll see what happens this evening. And then if you're looking at special teams, their kickoff returns are pretty equal. Their punt, Coach Adam and I have talked often about the lack of times that Warrenton punts the ball this year.
Right.
Well, they've averaged 12 attempts, or they've had 12 attempts throughout the season. Interestingly, Orchard Farm has only had 8 attempts throughout the season. So both teams are not used to punting, so we'll take a closer look at that as the game goes on. And then, looking ahead to next week's competition, Orchard Farm is going to play at home versus Moberly. And then the Warriors are going to travel to Fort Zumwalt South. Both these games are non-conference games, and they'll be tune-ups for the upcoming district play.
I do have their district standings at this point. Currently in District 5, Warrenton is atop tied at 7-0 with Kirksville. They're both 7-0. Where Orchard Farm leads District 4 at 7-0, at Parkway North right behind them at 5-2. So obviously big district implications for both teams, especially Warrenton since they're tied with Kirksville at this point. Whether they're going to get a first-round bye down the road come playoff time or not. But, like Keith and I both talked before the game, as even as these teams are, it's going to come down to turnovers and penalties, and that ultimately is probably going to decide the game and who can handle the big stakes game, who can stay under control, handle the big game, and we'll see what happens here in a few minutes, Keith.
Elaborating on that point a little further, the coaches' jobs are to come up with schemes to put their players in the best position to make plays throughout the game.
Absolutely.
So the coach's job is, for the most part, done with the schemes. Now it's up to the players to go out there and show their heart, determination, and execution of those plays.
Absolutely, looking at both teams, what's Orchard Farm going to do against Haas? What do they have in store for him? And what is Warrenton's defense going to do against the quarterback for Orchard Farm? So that's the chess match. What's going to happen? What are they going to do? And that's why we're all here to watch.
That's all coming your way in just a couple minutes. Kickoff is just moments away. We'll be back on the Warrington Sports Network with that kickoff in just a few. Orchard Farm has won the opening toss, and they have declined or deferred the opening receiving the kickoff. They're going to kick off in the first half and receive in the second half, and that means Warrenton will have the ball first to begin the game. High-power offense of Warrenton will be on the field first. Big crowd here at David Huff Memorial Field tonight.
Talked to Superintendent Greg Klingensmith down below before the game. He said we're expecting 3,000 people tonight. That's a pretty big crowd.
That's a big crowd. It's a big game. Back deep to receive for the Warriors, Mason Thompson, Peyton Dawson.
On the kick for Orchard Farm Eagles, number 5.
And kicking for the Eagles is going to be number 5, Jordan Matlock. He's a senior. He averages 55 yards on his kickoff, so he's got a heck of a leg.
Number 5, Matlock back deep for the Warriors, number 20.
And the referee's blowing the whistle, and we're ready for football action. Here we go. We're off.
Wow.
Nice leg from Matlock. Kicks it almost out of the back of the end zone. Orchard Farm will be on defense first. Warrington will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Warriors will take over 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Perfect night. No wind, no rain, no elements.
Quarterbacking for the Warriors will be Brandon Johnson, their senior captain. And, of course, joining him in the backfield, there's Caden Strower, the fullback, and Austin Haas, the halfback, comes out split to the left side now. Johnson does a hard count, tries to draw him off sides. Orchard Farm stays put. Johnson's going to do a keeper here. He goes up the middle behind the blocking of Caden Strower, and he's got a first down for the Warriors. Tackled by the Eagles, 44.
Liam Elliott.
Warriors have a first down at the 34-yard line. Haas and Strower in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wideout to the left. Johnson rolls left, pitches to Haas. Haas stops, cuts back, and is brought down basically at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Number 3, Colin Sinclair on the tackle.
Sinclair is a junior free safety and quarterback, similar to the Warriors. Their quarterback is also their free safety. Sinclair had 16 tackles coming into tonight's game. He adds 1 there, making it 17. Same formation for the Warriors as they break the huddle this time. This time, Dawson comes in motion to the left side of the formation. Gets set. They try a hard count. Farm doesn't bite. Snap back, hand off to Haas up the middle. He follows Strower through the hole, and he's going to be close for a Warrior first down. 9-yard pickup, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
After the play, the first down, Warriors at the 44-yard line.
Warrington has a 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Hand off to Haas. He goes over the left tackle and is brought down after a pickup of 2 or 3 on the play. Liam Elliott on the tackle for the Eagles. Gain of 4 in the play. Brings up 2nd and 6. Too deep zone for the Eagles. They fake a handoff to Haas. Johnson's going to pass. He rolls out to his right. Nobody's open, so he saves the down and distance, or at least the distance, by throwing it out of bounds. That brings up 3rd and 6. Orchard Farm did a good job on coverage there. Their safeties and cornerbacks really didn't bite on the play-action pass.
See if this is two-play territory here for Warrington. They've done it all year.
Yep, and they've got good field position here at the 48-yard line. Johnson bobbles the handoff, but he's able to give it to Haas. Haas goes over left tackle. He's got enough for a first down. He's out to the left sidelines, and he runs out of bounds. Right about the 38-yard line. They have breached Orchard Farm territory. They've got the momentum going here early in the first quarter. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Johnson bobbled the snap there. He hung on to it and looked like it was going to be no gain and picked up 15.
We saw today, Coach, where Austin Haas, he's going to be a catcher playing college baseball at East Central College.
So we signed this week.
He did a good job of catching that ball right there.
That's right.
Soft hands, caught the ball, and just kept on running, even though Johnson was bobbling it a little bit on the snap. All right. Johnson fakes the handoff, keeps it up the middle, spins out of one tackle, dodges another tackle, and is caught from behind. Real close for another first down.
Tackle by Kevin Coley.
And there's an injured player for the Farm down on the ground.
Looked like about a gain of 9 there.
Hate to see a player get hurt in a meaningful game like this, or any game for that matter, but even more such titles on the stake tonight.
They were going to give him the first down there. They did move the chains. So gain of 10 for Johnson.
First and 10 at the Warriors' 28-yard line. We'll be back in just a few seconds. The injured player for Orchard Farm has been identified as defensive tackle Kevin Colby. He's a 6-foot, 185-pound senior. Came in tonight's game with 9 tackles, and he's having to be helped off the field, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's putting no weight on that right leg. That don't look too good. And the coach just picks him up and carries him over to the bench.
First and 10 for the Warriors at the Orchard Farm 28-yard line. After Brandon Johnson's pickup of the first down last time. Johnson hands off to Haas. Haas takes it up the middle. About an 8-yard pickup on the play. Tackled by Jeff Van Dyke for the Eagles. He's a 5'9", 180-pound linebacker, senior.
Warrenton's been successful going right up the middle, right over the guards.
Yep, they're making it, Coach Coper likes to make it about pushing and shoving and physical football. He's running up behind the left side, Logan Nichols, left tackle, Alex Wilson, left guard, and Jack Morris, the center. Snap back to Johnson. He rolls right this time. Pitches to Haas. Haas cuts back. Goes across the left side. He's got a room to run. He gets a block downfield by Mason Thompson and tackled at about the 3 or 4 yard line. Tackled by Brendan Hudzik for the Eagles.
Touchdown saving tackle there.
Yeah, he fought off the block by Thompson and saved the touchdown. Good cutback by Austin Haas. Good vision to see the opening. First and goal from the 3 here. Johnson keeps it this time, goes up the middle behind Haas and Strower's blocks, and gain of 1 on the play. Warriors tried to move quickly there. Eagles defense was up to the challenge on that play. Second and goal from the, looks like about the 3 still. No gain on the play. Oftentimes in this situation, Coach, we see Coach Coper call a play where they hand it off to Haas, and Haas follows Caden Strower, the fullback, right into the hole. Strower does a great job of blocking. Let's see if this happens here.
I got a feeling we're going to see that.
There it is. He goes behind Strower. Haas leaps, and
he's in.
He's into the touchdown. Caden Strower with the block. Austin Haas with a 3-yard touchdown for the Warrington Warriors.
Nice call. You called it. It's been good to him all year long. Why not?
And to try the point after for the Warriors is senior kicker Tyler Farber. Brandon Johnson doing the holding. Snap back, ball down, kick is low, but it's through the uprights. So with 6:53 left to go in the first quarter, Warrenton takes the opening kickoff and drives 80 yards for a touchdown, and they lead Orchard Farm here in the GAC North title game 7-0. We'll be back in a few. Kicking off for the Warriors going to be Tyler Farber. Tyler seems to be their squib kick specialist. Let's see if he kicks it deep or kicks it on the ground. Kicks it on the ground, takes a bounce, picked up by number 2 for the Eagles. He runs forward for a couple yards. That's Tyson Bronson, the junior linebacker and running back.
Jake Mincher on the tackle there.
Orchard Farm's going to start off in really good field position here. 1st and 10. At the 48-yard line. Colin Sinclair, the quarterback for the Eagles. He is their point of emphasis of an offense. He can do everything. This time he hands off to the running back. That's Bronson. He's got room to run. He's tackled, but not before he gets 14, 15 yards.
Tackled by Peyton Dawson. Saved the touchdown there.
Good running there by Bronson. Peyton Dawson came into tonight's game with 27 tackles. Senior cornerback. Sinclair back and hands off to Bronson again. This time Bronson rolls over the left side. He's got room again. Got another first down. Tackled by Keegan Melgard for the Warriors. 2 plays, 2 first down for the Eagles. Interesting that Orchard Farms come out with a point of emphasis of running because they're better known for passing. Hands off to Bronson. Bronson goes off the right guard this time. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. Tackled by Caden Strower. Strober's the leading tackler for the Warriors with 81 this season. That ranks 10th in the metro area.
We got to establish a run a little bit before you can start throwing. We'll see some throwing here by the Eagles.
You are probably right. Sinclair rolls right, looking to pass. As Coach Adams said, passes it over to the right side. Tackled, but not before they get a first down. That was John Kennedy on the reception. Kennedy's a 6'5", 180-pound senior. He's 23 receptions so far this year. Make that number 24. They've got a first and goal at the 9-yard line. And there's a flag on the play before the ball can be snapped. And the penalty is going to be against Warrenton, but they lined up in the neutral zone, off sides. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Instead of 1st and 9, it's going to be first and goal from the 4. Hands off to Bronson again, and Bronson spins out of a tackle and dives into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown run for Orchard Farm. Warrington opened with an 11-play drive. Orchard Farm answers with a 5-play drive.
They were successful running with the right guard there pretty much every play.
It's like Mason Campbell on to do the kicking duties for the Eagles. Snap back, ball up, and it's through the uprights. So with 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, we've got a good ball game for the GAC North title here. 7-7. We'll be back in a few. In the opening kickoff, Jordan Matlock for the Eagles kicked it to the back of the end zone. Let's see if he's got a live leg here. And kicks a little lower, and it does go into the end zone. Warrenton's going to start 1st and 10 with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter at their own 20-yard line.
As expected, both teams come out, opening drives, end up in the end zone, exactly where we thought we'd be.
You know, both teams averaged 37 points offensively. And so Warrenton takes it 80 yards for a touchdown, and then Orchard Farm answers with a 52-yard touchdown drive of their own.
Got some confusion on Warrenton's side over there.
That's Diedrich Forrest checking in. He and Mason Thompson will be on the left side of the formation. They've got their forward wide receiver formation this time. Only Haas in the backfield with Johnson. They hand off to Haas. He goes over the left guard. He's got good yardage. Tackled by number 2 for the Eagles.
That's Bronson.
Gain of 7 on the play for Haas. Bronson's their leading tackler, 91 tackles on the season. And that is 4th in the metro area. He is their strong side linebacker. Usually moves to the strong side of the formation, but Coach Coper's formations usually don't have a strong side. So he's going to just choose which side he wants to be on. Forrest goes in motion, triple receivers to the left. Flag is thrown before the ball is hiked. I said they're going to call a false start against the Warriors. It'll be a 5-yard penalty instead of 2nd and 2. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
I think Bronson's going to line up. Probably watch the guy in the backfield a little bit this evening.
Well, I watched it that time, and he was lined up on the same side as Haas. So you're right. Maybe they're designating that as a strong side. This time Haas lines up directly behind Johnson, so there is no strong side. Haas is, there he goes. Johnson drops back to pass. He's rolling to his left, throws to his left, and caught close to the first down. That was Peyton Dawson.
Yep.
He's 1 yard short of the first down, bringing up 3rd and 1. Dawson is a senior receiver. He's got 18 receptions on the year, averages 14.6 a catch, and he has 1 touchdown. This time, Orchard Farm crowds the line of scrimmage with their safeties. They hand off to Haas. Haas goes up the middle, gets enough for the first down before he's driven backwards. That's going to be enough for the Warrington first down. First and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Brandon Johnson, quarterback for the Warriors. He's ranked 39th in the area in passing. So even though Warrington likes to run the ball, Johnson's a sneaky good quarterback. This time he throws out to the left, completes it in the flat for a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards. Looked like that was Mason Thompson on the catch. 3. So that was Dedrick Forrest on the catch. No, it was Mason Thompson. Well, kind of hard to see on the far side of the field. Mason Thompson, great senior receiver. He's the all-time career leader in reception yards and touchdown receptions for the Warriors. 3-yard pickup there. Snap back to Johnson. Johnson fakes going right, goes left instead, and he gets a pickup of 4 or 5 before he's tackled by number 65, Blake Howler.
Yep.
Howler is a 6'5", or 6'4", 200-pound defensive lineman. He's only a sophomore. Came into the game with 11 tackles.
Nice pursuit by him from the left-hand side.
3rd and short for Warrington. Thompson split out to the left. Coming to the right, it's going to be Peyton Dawson, Dedrick Forrest, and Austin White. Johnson once again fakes the going right and keeps it up the middle. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play, and it's going to be enough for Warrington first down. Jeff Van Dyke, the senior linebacker, with the tackle there.
A little misdirection there by Brandon and picked up the first down.
They've got a first down at the 44-yard line. 2 first downs in this drive so far. Opening drive, they came out with a fullback in the formation. This time it's only the halfback, Haas. Snap back to Johnson. He hands off to Haas. Haas goes over the right guard and then breaks it out to the right side. Then jukes 1 or 2 tackles. But they finally hold him up and tackle him for a gain of 3 on the play.
Colin Sinclair on the tackle.
Looks like Orchard Farm has really made more of a adjustment here in the second possession of bringing their safeties and their linebackers up closer to the line of scrimmage, trying to take away that run. Warrington staying with the run and just making sure they execute their blocking. If they do that, they'll be just fine. Johnson hands off to Haas. He goes up the middle again. He picks up 2 or 3 on a carry.
Reed Statler on the tackle.
3rd and 4, just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Tie ball game here at Warrenton, 7-7.
Staying between the tackles. Haven't been much perimeter running yet. It's coming.
This time, triple receivers to the left side of the formation. Austin White split out to the right. Snap back to Johnson. He rolls left, looking to pass. Receivers are covered. Spins out of one tackle and then throws it downfield.
What a
and
catch.
Completes it.
What a catch.
Peyton Dawson went up on the ladder and caught that one. He's got a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Dawson went up high to catch that one.
Fantastic catch. And like we said last few weeks, Brandon Johnson moving his feet, keeping his head looking downfield. That's when he's dangerous.
Absolutely. And I think Warrenton's going to be content after that play to go into end of the first quarter here. Tied up 7-7. Moving to the second field, they'll switch sides, and we'll be back for the second quarter in just a few. We're ready for the second quarter here at David Huff Memorial Field. We've had such a well-played first quarter game.
Fantastic.
Snap back to Johnson. He rolls right, throws right, completed to Diedrich Forrest. Diedrich is brought down with a good ankle tackle by John Kennedy of the Eagles. Pickup of 4 on the play. It's been a 9-play drive so far, slow and steady for the Warriors. A little mixture of pass and run. And most of the passes have been short, and the cornerbacks and the safeties for Orchard Farm seem to be sneaking up. We'll see if Coach Coper tries to throw one deep here, or if he's content just to ground and pound the Eagles.
It's been slow and steady on this drive.
Haas comes in motion this time. Johnson fakes right, goes left. Jukes one tackle and then dives ahead for a gain of nothing. Eagles meet him at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Jeff Van Dyke again on the tackle. Senior middle linebackers, 5'9", 180.
And Tyson Brownson as well. Still two-play territory here for Warrington.
This will be 3rd and 6 here coming up. This is their longest third down they've needed to complete so far. They send out triple receivers to the left, solo to the right. Snap back to Johnson. He drops back to pass, looks left. Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete.
Looked like it was deflected by number 87, Lucas Allen.
Lucas is the defensive tackle for the Eagles. Senior, 6'1", 185. And he got his big hand up there and knocked that one down.
Like to see that defensive lineman getting their hands up on a pass. It's hard to throw over a 6'1" lineman.
That brings up 4th and 6. As advertised, Coach Coper's going forward here. Johnson drops back to pass. He's getting pressured. He gets it off and complete. Brody Reel with the catch.
That's
no, I'm sorry,
Haas.
that's Haas. That is Haas. I thought it was 17. It was Austin Haas who came out of the backfield. They've got a 1st and 10. What a big play, big catch. Brandon Johnson stood in the pocket, took the hit. The ball is going to be placed right at the 10-yard line, so they get a 1st and goal from the 10. 12-play drive going here.
Huge pickup for the Warriors there.
Fourth down, and like I said, Johnson's got a defender right in his face, and he just let it go, and Haas ran it down.
Yep.
Looked like an outfielder instead of a catcher there. Haas comes split out to the left side this time. Javon Jones in the backfield behind Caden Strower. Handoff to Jones, and he is tackled by Tyson Bronson, who looked like he was blitzing from his linebacker position.
Gain of about 1 there.
Bronson showing early why he's one of the leading tacklers in the metro area. Haas comes split out to the left side again. Big running back for the Warriors is Javon Jones, the junior running back. Now Haas comes over to the right side. Snap back to Johnson. Hands off to Jones. Jones is just going to go right up the middle. And he's still digging those legs and pounding ahead. Pumping those legs all the way down to the 3-yard line. Pick up a 7.
Orchard Farm has another player down after that play.
Not what you want to see. Tackle on the play by Jordan Matlock, the senior 6'1", 195-pound safety. Came into tonight's game with 21 tackles.
And we've seen this with Warrington this year where they bring in Javon Jones in the second quarter, a fresh Javon Jones, to be able to have him spell Haas a little bit and carry the load a little bit. That's just huge at that point. And he did. He lowered his shoulder and knocked a couple guys winding and kept on going. So what a weapon that is to bring him in. Fresh legs, second quarter.
Looks like the Orchard Farm player is up.
Jeff Van Dyke was the injured player.
Walking off the field under his own power. Hopefully he'll be able to return back into action and get some more playing time for the Eagles. 3rd and goal for the Warriors. This time Haas is in the backfield with Strower. They hand off to Haas. He follows Strower. Bronson was blitzing off the left side, and the Eagles were able to stop Haas from getting into the end zone. He got down to the 1-yard line.
Jordan Matlock also in on the tackle with Liam Elliott.
4th and goal for the 1. We've got a crucial play right here with 8:30 and counting for the Warriors. They break the huddle quickly and get up to the line of scrimmage. Johnson's going to do a quarterback sneak. He's driving those legs behind.
I don't think so.
And the officials looks like they're going to spot the ball. It was following center Jack Morris driving their legs, and he did not get in. He finished about a half-yard short of the end zone.
What a defensive stand by Orchard Farm.
79.5-yard drive. Stopped at the half-yard line. And we've seen this earlier in the year, Coach. We saw that the Warrington defense.
This is where they shine.
This is where they shine. They like it when they have, help the offense out a little bit. It'll be real interesting to see what happens here in Warrington, or the Eagles. Are they going to keep it conservative, working out of their own end zone, or are they going to come out throwing?
I got a feeling Bronson's going to touch the ball once or twice here coming from the half-yard line.
Shotgun formation, and Sinclair keeps it himself. And he gets a little working room.
They've got him gain of 2 there.
Sinclair came into tonight's game averaging 7.8 yards a carry. Right there, he's just trying to get some room so this offense can operate a little more freely. Ball spotted at about the 4-yard line. Stroller comes up on the left side. Orchard Farm tries a hard count, doesn't get anybody to jump. Warrenton showing good composure on the defensive line. This time they hand off to Bronson, and he's met immediately. Kyle Lauk, the nose tackle for the Warriors.
Stood him up.
He sure did.
No gain at all there.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
But Locke took the hit. You could see his shoulders go back, and he just drove him straight back.
He sure did. After he fought off the tackle or the block before that. Yep, he did a great job.
Pretty big play here. I mean,
all year long, this is where the defense has shown for the Warriors. Snap back here. Looking to pass, and he can, falls out of the hands of number 1. That's John Kennedy. He had enough for a first down, but the ball came out of his hand. I think this time we might see an Orchard Farm punt.
I would think so.
It looks like their great kicker, Jordan Matlock, is back there to do the punting duties. Deep to receive for the Warriors, Austin Haas. He stands at the 44-yard line of Orchard Farm. Matlock comes in averaging 49 yards a kick. This one's high. Haas is going to let it bounce. Takes a Orchard Farm bounce. Haas picks it up at his own 45. Goes left and picks up 15 yards before he's forced out of bounds at the 40-yard line of the Eagles.
By 57, Tyler Farrell. Pretty good punt with not much room, Keith.
Oh, absolutely. With the defense bearing down on you, and you didn't really have, a lot of room to get that punt off. So 6:37 to go in the first half. Warrenton's going to start 1st and 10 at Orchard Farm's 40-yard line.
Defense stands tall for Warrenton. It's been their bread and butter most of the season.
When things get tough, their defense gets tougher.
Right.
Johnson and Haas in the Warrenton backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. The Eagles seem to be blitzing. They hand off to Haas. Haas goes over the right tackle, cuts it back to the middle. He's got 5, 6, 7. He's got room to go all the way. That great vision of Austin Haas, and he is gone. A one-play, 40-yard drive for the Warrenton Eagles results in a touchdown run. What a big hit. The defense stands tall, and the offense comes back and hits really well. It was great blocking by Jack Morris, the center on that play. He pulled, after snapping the ball, he pulled over to the right side and got the initial block to get Haas going. And after Haas got down the field, he just saw ahead with his great vision and ran in for a touchdown. Senior Tyler Farber on to do the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and it's good. So with 6:24 left to go in the first half, Warrenton leads Orchard Farm 14-7. After that 40-yard touchdown run by Austin Haas, his second touchdown run of the game, Momentum is wearing a red jersey right now. Defense held him to no first downs on their second possession for Orchard Farm, and the offense answered with a one-play touchdown drive of 40 yards. Tyler Farber on to do the kicking duties. He seems to be the squib kick specialist this year. This time he kicks it deep. It's fielded at the 14-yard line, and the runner takes it up to the 35-yard line. It was Caden Hankins on the return for the Eagles. He's got the Eagles in great field position at the 35-yard line, but they're going to start 1st and 10.
Well, we had not had a touchdown by Haas, big run by Haas yet, and there it was. We're just waiting. When's that going to happen? And there it was.
We'll see what Orchard Farm does to answer that. Snap back to Sinclair. He looks over to the right. Completed. Oh! He completes the pass to John Kennedy right in the right flat, and he's hit immediately by Keegan Milligard for the Warriors. The left outside linebacker just hit him right as he caught the ball for a loss of 2 on the play and make it 2nd and 12. Good job by Milligard to snap up and hit that.
Yes, he did. I thought it might have almost going to get picked off.
This time they hand off to Bronson, and he's got no room to run.
Tackled by Trevion Guthrie.
And there's an Eagle player down injured on the play. Clock's going to stop on that 2nd down run. Guthrie comes into tonight's game with 35 tackles, and he's actually 3rd in the area in sacks. We'll be back in a few minutes. Injured player is the sophomore, number 65, Blake Howrah, for the Orchard Farm Eagles. He stood up and is walking slowly off the field under his own power. Slams his helmet as he gets to the sideline. Trainers aren't really talking to him, so I think he may be okay, just a little dinged up, and hopefully he'll get back in there for the Eagles. They've got a 3rd and 12 coming up right now. Sinclair gets a snap. He drops back to pass. Nobody's open. He gets under pressure, throws it long to number 5, and he goes up over 2 defenders and catches that. That is Jordan Matlock, senior, 6'1", 195-pound wide receiver. He went up over top of Johnson and Dawson to get that.
Fantastic catch.
And they are in Warrenton territory, 1st and 10 at the Warrior 35-yard line. They hand off to Bronson, and he is tackled in the backfield.
Once again, Trevion Guthrie.
Caden Strower on the tackle as well. Strower helps the runner up to onto his feet. Once again, loss of 2. That's what you like to see from player coach. Hit him hard, help him back up, and let's play
That's
again.
right.
Triple receivers to the left of the formation for Orchard Farm. Linebacker comes up for the Warriors, and they're putting pressure on the quarterback. He's rolling to the left, and he overthrows the intended receiver, number 7, who is the sophomore Brendan Hudzik. That brings up a 3rd and 12 for the Eagles. Interesting thing about the Eagles receivers is their 3 senior receivers, Hankins, Matlock, and Kennedy, all come in with 20 receptions or more each. So pretty good pass distribution for the Eagles. And then their sophomore receiver, Hudzik, who we just saw there, he has 14 receptions. Snap back to Sinclair. He hands off to Bronson. Bronson's met, gets a gain of 1 or 2. Guthrie and Cole Meyer on the tackle on that one.
Middle of the Warrington defense has really been stout here.
They've been tough. Cole Meyer is the second leading tackler for the Warriors. Senior linebacker.
The last 5 carries for Bronson has netted 6 yards, so
Warrington's made a little adjustment here.
Yep.
4th and 11 for the Eagles. They're going to go for it here. 35-yard line. Sinclair drops back to pass. He's looking right and hits Kennedy in the hands and could not bring it in. Warrington's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Wait a second, there might be a flag on the play. Oh, no, there's just going to be a Warrington timeout, looks like. Referees are blowing whistles. We thought it might be a flag, but it looks like it's just a Warrington timeout. Timeout with 4:06 left to go in the first half. Warrington leads 14-7. This will be their 3rd possession of the ball game. First 2 possessions ended up in Austin Haas touchdowns. One a 4-yard run and one a 40-yard run.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because what corner did not.
And then, of course, Orchard Farm scored on their first possession with a 5-play drive of their own, resulting in a Bronson 4-yard touchdown run. I want to remind you that tonight is homecoming here at Warrington High School, and the marching band is going to do their full presentation at halftime, so please stay tuned and watch and listen to the wonderful Warrington Warrior Marching Band.
Well, let's see if Warrington can punch something in here before halftime.
They got to the half-yard line last time. 4:06 left to go here in the half. Haas in the backfield with Johnson at quarterback. Johnson hands off to Haas. He probes the right side of the line of scrimmage, goes forward about 3 or 4 yards, and he is tackled close to the 40-yard line.
By number 5, Jordan Matlock.
Matlock's having him a good game on both sides of the ball this evening.
He took a shot, though, there. Haas lowered his shoulder there and really laid the wood to him there.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Triple receivers to the left, solo to the right. Snap back to Johnson, hands off to Haas. He goes over the right guard and then breaks to the right side and gets enough for a Warrington first down. Liam Elliott on the tackle there. Warrington has a 1st and 10. Late in the first half here at their own 48-yard line.
Time's a ticking.
Down to 3 minutes. Triple receivers to the left of the formation, solo to the right still. Hand off to Haas. Haas goes up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, and then 2 or 3 Eagles jump on his back, but not before he picks up 2 or 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 6.
Much quicker getting the play in this time.
Yeah, Warrenton's working with a little more impetus here, trying to get the action going. 2:36 left to go in the first half. They only have 2 timeouts left. Johnson back to throw. Looks deep. He's got a receiver open.
Wow.
And he hits that receiver. Touchdown, Warrington. A late flag comes in.
Austin White, another flag back here too.
Where's the flag here, Coach? Right there, the 40.
Another one here and one up there.
The touchdown is going to be good. And that was Austin White.
Yes, it was.
Austin White with a 52-yard touchdown pass reception from Brandon Johnson.
Actually, it was correction. I was 48. But what a pass. It led him perfectly. You couldn't have thrown that out there any better.
Oh, you're right, a 48-yard touchdown.
What a throw by Johnson. That couldn't have been thrown any better.
Hit him just
right
in stride.
Perfect. I'm like, that's going to be too far. No, it wasn't. It was perfect.
Well, Austin White showed great speed to get underneath there. He kind of hit a different gear there.
He didn't give up on the play. Can't run right through it.
Big players making big plays. Farber to try the extra point. 2:24 left to go in the first half. Farber's kick is up and good. So with 2:24 left to go in the first half, Warrington strikes quickly once again to extend their lead 21-7, giving Orchard Farm time for about a 2-minute drive here. We'll be back with that drive in just a few seconds. After the play, Warrington did receive an unsportsmanlike penalty, and that has been assessed on the kickoff, so they'll be kicking off from their own 25-yard line. That will help the Eagles with the limited time that they have left to go here in the first half, trailing 21-7. Farber Squibb kicks it again, takes a big bounce up to the 47. It's bobbled, and the receiver just falls on it. The Eagles will have a 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Recovered by 21 Ethan Stiles.
Orchard Farm should have all 3 of their timeouts left to go in this drive.
Let's see if Orchard Farm can come up with something here with 2 minutes to go here in the half. The momentum is still red and white.
Junior quarterback Colin Sinclair for the Eagles. It's a snap, hands off to Bronson. Bronson goes over the left end. Jukes one tackle and brought down from behind. Cole Meyer on the tackle. Jake Mincher on the tackle as well, the 2 linebackers. Gain of 6 on the play for Bronson. Brings up 2nd and 4. Clock is now under 2 minutes. Orchard Farm comes out with 3 receivers to the right. Sinclair keeps it himself, goes up in the middle. He's got enough for the first down for the Eagles, and he gets all the way down to a 33-yard line.
Peyton Dawson with a big tackle there.
Sinclair came into the game averaging 7.8 yards, and he got more than that on that carry. Sinclair keeps it this time, goes over the left guard, breaks it back up the right. Ankle tackle by the Warriors, Caden Strower. Back-to-back keepers by Colin Sinclair. 1:21 on the clock for the Eagles. They've got the ball down to the 34-yard line of the Warriors.
I think they've got all 3 timeouts here, too, don't they, Keith?
I think they do, yes. Yeah. This time they hand off to Bronson, and he breaks one tackle and is tripped up.
It's like number 40.
That's Javon Jones on the
Javon
tackle.
Jones, yes.
Third leading tackler for the Warriors. He picks up enough to make it 3rd and 2. And it looks like Orchard Farm has called a timeout with 57 seconds to go in the first half. Be interesting to see how Orchard Farm handles this last possession of the first half. If they can get a score, they do get the kickoff in the second half. So that they could hopefully, get the game back to, for them, a working margin, or maybe get it back to even.
Pretty big possession for them.
Yes, sir.
Got a feeling we're going to see one of these 4 receivers kind of factor in here real quick. They like to throw it, and not a lot of time left.
Only under a minute left to go here. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation for the Eagles. This time, receiver comes in motion across. They fake the handoff. Sinclair keeps it himself, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. He keeps on pumping the right leg as Strower hung on to the left. And that's going to be close for the first down.
Looks like they marked it short.
They did mark it short, and I think the clock is still... Nope, they stopped the clock. 49 seconds to go. Looks like the officials might do a measurement here.
And they gave it to him.
They gave him the
first down?
First down, yep. Eagles are going to have a 1st and 10 at the Warrington 22 with just 49 seconds left to go in the first half. Clock has been run. Let's see, it's running again. No, it's not. The referee told him to run it. Now it's running. Bronson and Sinclair can't get things figured out in the backfield. Now they get set. Sinclair gets the snap, but a flag came across from the official on the far side of the field.
Yep.
A little confusion in the backfield, but it looks like they got set. Somebody else must have been moving because they got a illegal procedure penalty. Make it 1st and 15 with 36 seconds left to go here.
It's their first penalty of the game. It came in a great time there.
Sinclair drops back to pass. He's under pressure, throwing a middle screen to Bronson. Bronson breaks one tackle and is brought down by Peyton Dawson. A diving tackle by Dawson. Orchard Farm takes their second timeout of the half. That leaves them 1. That brings up, and they have a 2nd down and 5 with 23 seconds left to go with the ball on the Warrington 17-yard line. It was interesting they ran that middle screen to Bronson there because coming into tonight's game, Bronson had not caught a pass. And so that was his first reception of the game there. It came at a key time. Wonder if the Eagles were keeping that under their hat for a crucial moment like this.
I was checking with Keith there. I'm going, well, I've got him with a catch. I wanted to make sure. Like I didn't have him down as a reception, and You're right. Good time to use it. I mean, Warrington was coming, had 3 or 4 guys through the line, and there was a reason why they let them through.
Timeout's now over. Teams have broken their huddles, and we're ready for play. Snap back to Sinclair. He rolls to the left, throws to the left, completes it down to the 10-yard line. The receiver breaks a couple tackles. Gets it down to the 7-yard line, maybe close to the 5.
Jordan Matlock with the catch.
Jordan Matlock having himself a game, defensively and offensively. First and goal for the Eagles. They're going to take their third and final timeout with just 13 seconds left to go here in the first half, trailing 21-7. Whatever they're going to have to do here, they're going to have to work towards the sidelines to stop the clock or get a touchdown. They might have time for 2 plays if they hustle, if they complete it in the field or if they run a play. Usually that takes 7 seconds as a minimum.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting. They've used all their timeouts.
Well, they could, if they get stopped short of the end zone, they could hurry up, spike the ball to stop,
Yeah, like I said, it'll have to be executed very well.
Very quickly.
We'll see how well they're coached here. I'm sure Coach is going over all those different options right here in the huddle.
And like you said, they've got 4 receivers that all have quite a few catches on the season, so they've got quite a few people to go to in this situation.
And the other thing about their receivers is they're big and tall for the most part. They're all over 6 foot, 6'5", 6'1", 5'11". All right, here we go. 13 seconds left to go. Snap back. It's fumbled. Sinclair gets it and goes forward, but they have no time to stop the clock. They have to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. He loses 1 or 2 yards on the play. A couple players fall down. Officials stop the clock with just 2 seconds to go because there were players falling over each other. They're going to give them a chance.
Why was the clock stopped?
The players were falling over each other. I don't know. There's 2 seconds left to go.
It looked like the right.
They spiked the ball with 1 second left to go. It looks like 2 seconds left to go.
It looked like the right guard for Orchard Farm tried to get to his position and tripped over a Warrington football player
who was trying to get back.
He was trying to get to his position.
Right.
And why would we stop the clock there?
There's no reason to stop the clock there. That was just incidental contact. There's no malice there.
They both ran into each other.
Yep, that's what happens when your people are hustling with limited time to go. So hate to see the referees take that one there.
So we got
first 3rd and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line, 7-yard line. Sinclair gets a snap, looks right, throws a fade over to the corner.
It's caught.
And it is caught.
Yep, we got a personal foul there.
And some taunting there by the receiver of that touchdown, John Kennedy. So a 7-yard touchdown pass is how that drive ends with time running out.
Wow, that's a big play.
So it'll be interesting to see if Warrington chooses to. They've got to take the penalty now, I think, because they could do it on the kickoff, I guess, in the second half. Be interesting to see if they take the unsportsmanlike here and make it, instead of a 3-yard kick, make it an 18-yard kick.
I would back them up and make it kick it further back. Yep.
Especially if they wanted to kick it deep, they can always bring in Kinney, and he can kick it deep. So that's what Warrington is doing here. We'll see if the kicker can make this a 7-point game.
Kennedy comes up with a big catch there after earlier in the game had dropped one, a pass thrown right to him, and comes up clutch there.
Nope. Now they're putting the ball back on the 3-yard line.
Okay.
Should be an easy point after attempt. The kicker has been real consistent all year. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. So at the end of the first half, Warrington leads Orchard Farm 21-14. Please stay around for the halftime performance by the Warrington High School Band, which will be doing their full presentation at halftime. And we'll be back with the second half of the GAC North Conference Championship football game after that. You're watching the Warrington Sports Network.
Put your hands together for the Warrington Warriors 2024 cheerleading team. Please welcome to the field your Warrington Marching Warriors. And wish a happy birthday to Miss Burke. This year the Warrington Marching Warriors are performing a show titled I Want to Break Free. In the showing, the color guard starts his puppets and realizes there's a big world out there for them to explore. When they escape, the band falls under the control of the puppet master. When the band breaks free, they work with the guard to capture the puppet master, resulting in a group of people free to live their own lives. The band is under the direction of Tessa Friedman and Sammy Rutledge. Additional staff includes Ashley Murphy and Jacob Collins. Tonight the band is led by senior drum major Jaden Hopper, Dave on the call, and Connor Beard. And will feature saxophone soloist from Thomas Roman, trumpet soloist Joe Beekner, and guard soloist Adam Dennis. Tonight, as the band leaves the field, we would like to honor the marching warrior senior class of 2025. As the band leaves, seniors leave their shoes in their final set of the show as a representation of their legacy of this program. We would like to thank them for their dedication to the group. Once again, put your hands together for your marching warriors.
Claire is the daughter of Stacy Wesley Goldsmith. After high school, she plans to attend college and become a speech pathologist. The most influential person in her high school career so far has been her brother. He's inspired her and shown her that she can do anything she puts her mind to. She plans to make homecoming this year unforgettable by making memories, starting with being on court. Bradley Tucker is the son of David and Mallory Tucker. After high school, he does plan to attend college and obtain his bachelor's degree. The most influential person in his high school career so far has been his football coach, Mr. Jeremy Bowen. To make homecoming unforgettable this year, Bradley plans on having a great time and soaking it all in. And now for your sophomore court. Brooke Boyd is escorted by Drake Brandriff. Brooke is the daughter of Amanda Beatty and Drew Boyd. After she graduates, she plans to become a pediatric nurse. The most influential person in Brooke's high school career has been her mom. To make homecoming unforgettable, Brooke plans to have fun and dance the night away. Drake Brandriff is the son of Jessica and Jeff Brandriff. After he graduates, he's considering attending college and to become a firefighter. The most influential person in his high school career has been his mother. She's always pushing him to keep up with his grades and is always there for him. Drake plans to make this year's homecoming unforgettable by having fun, not caring what people think, and doing his own thing. And now for your junior course. Audrey Lombardo is escorted by Keegan Melgard. Audrey is the daughter of Christine and Anthony Lombardo. After high school, Audrey plans to become a marine biologist or a veterinarian. The person that has been the most influential during her high school career is her math teacher, Mrs. Pregame, because she helped her understand math and worked with her. To make homecoming the best, Audrey plans to dance and have fun. Keegan Melgard is the son of Beth and Tim Melgard. After graduation, he wants to be a pilot. The most influential person in his high school career is Travis Stott. To make homecoming unforgettable, he plans to have fun and live in the moment. Your senior course, Annabelle Kitzlinger, escorted by Carter Till. Annabelle is the daughter of Megan Burkett. After graduation, Annabelle plans to go to college and become a pediatric dental hygienist. The most important person in her high school career has been Rebecca Strasser. Annabelle plans to make the most of homecoming this year and just have fun. Carter Tittle is the son of Brandy and Denny Tittle. After he graduates, Carter plans to enter the workforce right away. The most influential people in high school career has been his coaches, who always push him to do better, no matter what. To make this year's homecoming unforgettable, Carter hopes to win Homecoming King. And now, after the student body vote, your 2024 Homecoming King and Queen are Annabelle Kitzlinger and Carter Tittle.
What a first half we had here at Warrington High School. The GAC North Conference Championship on the line, and your current score is Warrenton 21, Orchard Farm 14. Coach Adams has the stats for you from the first half.
For Orchard Farm, Tyson Bronson, 10 carries, 44 yards. Colin Sinclair, 5 carries, 23 yards. Sinclair passing, 9 attempts, 6 completions, for a total of 70 yards. John Kennedy with 3 catches and 19 yards. Jordan Matlock, 2 catches for 43, and Tyson Bronson, 1 for 10. Warrington, their stats, Austin Haas, 16 carries, 125 yards. Brandon Johnson, 7 carries, 36 yards. Javon Jones, 2 carries, 9 yards. Brandon Johnson attempted 8 passes, completed 6 for 98 yards. Dedrick Forrest, 1 catch, 4 yards. Austin Haas, 1 for 25. Mason Thompson, 1 for 3. Austin White, 1 for 48. And Peyton Dawson, 2 catches for 18 yards. That is your halftime stats.
And a recap of the scoring was Warrington started the first half with the first possession, and they had a 10-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by a 3-yard Austin Haas touchdown run. Well, Orchard Farm answered that with a 5-play, 52-yard drive, which was capped off by a 4-yard run for a touchdown by Bronson for the Eagles. On the next possession, Warrington had a 79.5-yard drive that took 16 plays, but they were stopped on 4th and 1 at the half-yard line on a quarterback sneak by Brandon Johnson. Orchard Farm took that possession from the half-yard line and punted 3 plays later. And the next possession was Warrington's, and they took a 1-play drive where Austin Haas ran for a 40-yard touchdown run. And then the next possession, Orchard Farm turned it over on downs. Warrington responded with a 48-yard touchdown reception to Austin White. And to end the half in a controversial manner, Orchard Farm scored on a 7-yard reception from Sinclair to Kennedy. That was controversial because of the referee stopping the clock with just a few seconds left to go when the clock was about to expire. And at the touchdown by Orchard Farm resulted in an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Farm, and the penalty is being assessed on this kickoff right here. Tyler Farber kicking off from the 45-yard line. He squib kicks it, takes a bounce. Orchard Farm falls on it at the 25-yard line. And that's where they'll start the second half, trailing 21-7.
We will see if that play late in the second quarter will factor at all the rest of this game. I know it was talked about a little bit there at halftime, and we'll see.
We talked about it in the first half. Orchard Farm needed the score there because they got the opening kickoff of the second half. So we'll see if they can get the ball down the field and score and knock this back up. Sinclair in the backfield, quarterbacking for the Eagles. Hands off to Bronson. Bronson jumps over one defender and then cuts it back over the middle, gets it close to a first down, but there is a flag real close to the line of scrimmage there. It usually indicates holding. We'll wait for the referee to make the signal.
You are correct, Keith.
It's a holding penalty, 10-yard penalty against Orchard Farm. It's a spot foul. Looks like it's going to be from the 27. Hard to imagine. So it looks like it's going to be second down and 19. They're going to repeat first down.
Well, that's second down and... Okay, now they're backing him up. I'm like, how could it be second down and 9? It didn't seem.
Still first down. First down and 19.
Yeah.
A little confusion amongst the referees, but they got it sorted out. No time off the clock, other than the first play that was called back.
That's the third penalty for Orchard Farm.
Both teams have played it pretty clean. I think about 3 on each team.
I've got three for Orchard Farm, 2 for Warrington.
There you go.
Unofficial.
And we're ready to play ball again. Sinclair's back to pass this time. Looks over to the right side. And he gets a reception to John Kennedy. He gets about 7 yards on the pickup. Make it 2nd and 12. Kennedy caught the ball over in the right flat, right by the sidelines. As he caught it, he just fell out of bounds. No tackle on the play. 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 12. Orchard Farms looking to the coaches for the next play. And this time the handoff to Bronson. Bronson hits the left side of the hole. Big face to run. He's got 20 yards, and he is brought down at the Warrenton 47-yard line by Austin Haas. Big run by Tyson Bronson for the Orchard Farm Eagles.
It's a 30-yard run there. His biggest gain on a rushing attempt so far this game.
Nice blocking by the left side of the line for the Eagles. Andrew Gecky and Jeff Van Dyke.
No, we did. It was just a power.
Orchard Farms looking to the sideline again, looking for the play call from the coaching staff. They get it. Warrenton's linebackers are standing about normal depth. This time the handoff to number 21, and that is
Ethan Stiles. Keegan Melligard and Cole Meyer on the tackle.
Gain of 3 in a play, make it 2nd and 7.
Stiles' first carry of the game. I saw him in the backfield. I'm like, that's not Bronson.
He's rushed 71 yards so far this season on 10 carries, so 7.1 yard average.
Bronson on the sideline getting taped up on the hand or something.
This time Sinclair keeps it himself, goes right up the middle. He's got enough for a first down, and is thrown down by linebacker Austin Haas. Looks like the Eagles have found something right up the middle there. Warrenton has been blitzing from the outside, trying to stop the running game that way, and Orchard Farm looks like they're taking advantage of that, blitzing from the outside and running it right up the middle. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Warrenton 28-yard line. Sinclair rolls over to the right, decides to keep it, and he is tackled by Caden Strower.
Like a gain of about 5 yards.
Crowd's coming alive, making some noise here.
Yes, they are.
Kennedy comes in motion across the formation. They hand it off to Bronson. He's back into the game, and he's close, and he's got enough for the next first down. Trey Guthrie in the tackle.
Orchard Farm moving the ball.
It's their 6th play of this drive so far. They've got it inside the Warrenton 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Sinclair is back to pass, looks left, throws left, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Nice play by Austin Haas. Very nice.
Looks like he might have tipped out before he got to the receiver. And
Yep. Speaking of the crowd, I looked left and right, and we've got people sitting on the hillsides. Ran out of room in the stands. Very nice crowd.
Great day to be at David Huff Memorial Field here on homecoming weekend.
Yes, it is.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Jordan Matlock split off to the left. Triple receivers to the right side of the formation. Hand off to Bronson. He goes over the right tackle. Gain of about 3 on the play before he's brought down by the linebacking crew. Cole Myrons. Jake Mincher. That'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Sinclair throws out to the left, intended for Jordan Matlock, but the ball never got to his hands, thrown more at his feet. It's going to bring up 4th and 7. A big play here. They're in field goal range, but they trail by 7. We've seen the Warrington defense stand tough. This is another one of those key moments.
In these situations, they've looked at Kennedy many times.
You're absolutely right, Coach.
Especially at the end of the first half. And
Kennedy is split out wide to the right of the formation.
Keep your eyes on number 1.
Trying to draw them off sides. They don't jump. They pass. Sinclair's forced from the pocket. Trey Guthrie's chasing him down. He's close to the first down, and he drives his legs. That's going to be close for a first down.
What a play.
Colin Sinclair with a great 4th down play, the junior quarterback. Oh, but there was a flag on the play, it looks like.
Let's see that.
I did not see it either, Coach, but they are walking that way. It's like the indication is against Orchard Farm. So that's going to negate that first down run by the junior quarterback, Colin Sinclair. Showed tremendous heart and determination there.
Oh, what an athletic play by him.
Just put his shoulders down and said, I'm going to get this first down, and he did. But now it's going to be 4th and 14, or 15 probably. Let's see if Coach Cooper decides to bring the blitz here again. Although the quarterback, Colin Sinclair, seems to be comfortable throwing on the run. As we said earlier, he's the 18th rated passer in the metro area.
They're trying to figure out where to spot the ball.
It seems to be some confusion as where the penalty was from. Looks like it was a holding penalty. And they're trying to determine 10 yards from the spot of the foul as opposed to 10 yards from the sticks.
Coach Kopfer was out talking to the referee like he's still talking to him. Is that the right spot?
They moved it back a yard, so maybe 2 or 3 yards. 4th and long for the Eagles here. Big possession. Sinclair drops back to pass. He's looking left. He's got Jordan Hankins over there, and it's going to be blocked or knocked down by Peyton Dawson. Double coverage over there. Peyton Dawson playing the safety position, and Austin White on the man-to-man coverage. And the Warrington defense stands firm once again in a crucial situation. 8:04 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Warrington offense is going to take over on downs. We'll be back in 1 second. Warrington starts 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Their first possession of the second half. They hand off to Haas. Haas goes up the middle, following the block by Strower. He gets hit, drives his legs, and is brought down after a short gain on the play.
Luca Gentili on the tackle.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 5. Austin White caught the touchdown pass earlier, splits out wide to the right. Peyton Dawson comes in motion, gets set behind the right tackle. Snap back to Johnson, hands off to Haas. Haas goes over the left tackle. He's got room to run, and he's got enough for a first down for the Warriors. Good blocking downfield by the wide receiver, Mason Thompson.
Tackled by Kevin Colley.
Warrington has a 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Looks like Coach Coper is going back to the way they started the game with Caden Strower, the fullback, back in the backfield with Johnson and Haas. And that's when they took the ball down the field and just drove and ended up in a 4-yard touchdown run. But this time they tried to pass, and Johnson is brought down in the backfield.
Bobby Howard with the sack.
Linebacker Bobby Howard, the junior linebacker for the Eagles, 6 foot, 190. So make it 2nd and about 14 on the play. Howard came into today's game with 24 tackles, and there's a nice sack there for a loss. Snap back to Johnson. The handoff to Haas. Haas goes over the right tackle. He's got room to run. He's got enough for a first down. He's up to the 50-yard line and still driving his feet. And then he's getting tackled by 3 or 4. The Eagles forced out of bounds. What a great run by Austin Haas. Looks like there was a flag on the play, though, again. It seems to be more of another holding penalty. Against the Warriors. That'll negate the first down, and great run by Austin Haas.
Talked about it in pregame. It's going to come down to turnovers and penalties.
And the penalty against the Eagles, cost them basically their drive.
Right.
Made it 4th and long. And now we see the Warriors in a 2nd and long. We'll see if they can't rebound from this predicament they've dug themselves into. Johnson looks right. They've got a reverse to Austin White. He goes over the left side.
Room. Oh, what a tackle.
He had room to run, but an ankle tackle.
He might have taken it the distance there.
He only had one tackler to beat. That was the
number 5, Matlock.
Jordan Matlock. He's been having himself a game.
That was big.
That'll make it 3rd and 11 for the Warriors. White did get a couple yards in the play, but once again, I see a flag down in the backfield, Coach.
Yep. So that's his first carry of the year.
That is way back in the backfield. That's going to be negated, Coach. They're marking it off against Warrenton here. And another hold.
That's their 4th penalty of the game. We are not tied. Each team has 4 penalties.
And now it's going to be
2nd and a ways.
2nd and 25, 26.
Yep. I like the play, though. I like the reverse. I haven't seen much of that.
They have not run that this
year. I liked it.
Snap back to Johnson. He's looking to pass. Looks over the middle. He's got Mason Thompson. Oh.
Nice defensive play.
Knocked down by Jordan Matlock.
Very nice.
The senior safety for the Eagles knocks it out of Thompson's hand. A good-looking pass by Thompson. It was right there on the money.
It was on the money.
But, Thompson was double covered. They had a cornerback down on the bottom side of the coverage and the safety over top, and the safety came over and knocked that ball down.
Matlock's a big kid, 6'1", 195. Like you said, he's had a fantastic game, both sides of the ball so far.
And even special teams, he's their kicker as well.
Right.
Done a little bit of everything, keeping them in the game here. Trailing by 7 in the 3rd quarter.
See if Orchard Farm can hold them here. And
3rd and 25. Warrington sends out triple receivers to the right. Snap back to Johnson. He looks right. Now he looks back across the left. Nobody's open. He's rolling to the right, still looking downfield. Throws it.
Got a penalty here. Yes.
Pass intended for Peyton Dawson, and Dawson was interfered with as he tried to stop and go back to get the ball. He was ran over by the defender. It wouldn't be enough for the first down if Dawson had caught the pass, but a pass interference call should be an automatic first down here. Or was that just professional football? Pass interference is the call against Orchard Farm. And in high school football, that is not a first down.
They got the spot of the foul, but not the first down, so now it's third and 13.
Third and long still.
It was like a 12-yard penalty.
But more manageable here for the Warriors.
Right.
They break the huddle in a hurry here. Rush up to the line of scrimmage. 5:16 left to go in the third quarter. Snap back to Johnson. Johnson's looking deep. Getting pressured. He rolls right. Flags are thrown. He throws it deep. Intended for Mason Thompson, but it falls incomplete, out of the reach of Mason Thompson. There's two flags on the play.
Yeah.
Could be offsetting. Could be the referees saw the same thing.
They threw it at the same time. It's
a synchronized flag throwing here.
Unfortunately, there's been a lot of flags here lately.
Looks like the referees had a meeting at halftime.
That's on Warrington.
They're pointing at Warrington. The question is, do they take the penalty and make it third and even longer, or force it fourth down? Coach Coper doesn't like the punt, so they might.
Well, they did decline it.
They declined it. Will be interesting to see what Coach Coper does here. I do not see the kicker on the field. It's 4th and 12. Coach Coper's rolling the dice here. They hurry to the line of scrimmage.
They've done this all season long.
Yes, they have. Johnson gets under the center. And now he gets back into the shotgun formation. Haas off to the right.
Will he kick it here? He might. Yep.
And it's a good call, Coach.
I like it.
Johnson does a kick with nobody back deep to receive it for Orchard Farm. The ball trickles down to the 32-yard line.
I liked it.
About a 35-yard punt by Brandon Johnson.
Well, like you talked about at halftime, you know, the returners for Orchard Farm are dangerous, and that took them out of the equation there. I like that.
Mm-hmm. So each team's had one possession here in the second half. Orchard Farm turned it over on downs, and Warrington has punted
Both
for the
teams
first time.
Both teams are affected by that yellow flag.
Yes.
So whoever can play clean the rest of the way is what they're looking for.
That is a true statement here. So Orchard Farm starts 1st and 10 at their 34-yard line. Bronson in the backfield behind Sinclair. Sinclair hands off to Bronson. He's hit immediately. It's like Trey Guthrie there with Caden Strower blitzing from his linebacker position. Going to be a loss of yards on the play.
Great penetration by the Warrington defense there.
Orchard Farm seems a little more like they're taking their time getting to the offensive line here. This time the snap back to Sinclair. He looks to the left, forced out of the pocket, and then he is met at the line of scrimmage by Jake Mincher, senior middle linebacker for the Warriors. That's a bring up a 3rd and 11. With the loss on the play, that'll be a sack. And that is Jake's 5th sack of the season.
And we've got a player injured for Orchard Farm down on the 35. I just saw that.
Looks like one of the receivers, perhaps, running downfield there. Perhaps it's just a cramp. We hope it's something serious. We'll be back in a few. The injured player is up on his feet and jogging off the field. That was John Kennedy, the wide receiver for the Eagles. Looks like he's grabbing at his calf, maybe struggling with some cramping there. Orchard Farm breaks their huddle from the sideline, gets up over the ball. They send a single receiver to the right, triple receivers to the left. Looks like Tyson Bronson back in the backfield with the quarterback Sinclair. Sinclair looks to pass. He gets pressured. Javon Jones with the sack for the Warriors. Big play there by Javon Jones, the junior right defensive end there. That's his third sack of the season. He's third leading tackler for the Warriors. And it looks like Orchard Farms is going to send out their punt team with 4th and forever to go here. Jordan Matlock, their kicker, is also their punter.
He's got quite the leg, I know that. So we can do punting it.
49-yard average this season. He booms one there. Holy cow.
You can hear it up here.
Austin Haas calls for a fair catch, and he gathers the ball at the 39-yard line. Warrington will take their second possession of the second half at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10, with 2:59 left to go in the third quarter. So both teams, well, this is Orchard Farms' first 2 possessions came up scoreless. And so Warrington's defense is really getting strong here. Only averaging up, giving 12 points per game. They're already over their average here in the championship game of the GAC North. They come in with a power offensive line, their goal line offense here. Strower in the backfield with Haas. The hand off to Haas, he goes over the right side, cuts it back up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage by the Eagles. It's like Eli Krill on the tackle.
A little confusion before the play. Had a receiver coming on late and waiting for him, and might have thrown their timing off a little bit.
Interesting that Coach Coper has brought in the goal line offense here.
I was thinking, keep the ball on the ground, grind some time away, go up 2 scores.
Coach Coper likes to play that smash mouth football.
He definitely has those guys in.
They do have one receiver here on the far side of the screen. Johnson gets the hands off to Haas going up the middle. He breaks it over the right side. He's got enough for a first down. It's Tyson Bronson on the tackle for the Eagles, but not before. Haas gets into Orchard Farm territory at the 48-yard line.
We're going to see a lot of Haas here. I think, like you said, they brought in the goal line offense. We're going to come at you.
I see senior Chance Clasing in there playing offensive line. Johnson does a keeper right up the middle. He's got enough for a first down. He's got room to run. He jukes one defender. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Warriors. That's a 48-yard touchdown run by Brandon Johnson right up the middle.
Blocking up front. He barely got touched.
He called it, Coach. The meat grinder of the offensive line.
Why not?
Imposed their will there.
Why not? Right up the middle, right off the center and the guard. That's been their strength all year. Why not?
Tyler Farber on to try the point after. Low snap. Johnson gets it, puts the ball down, and Farber's point after attempt is good. With 1:27 left to go in the third quarter, Warrington extends their lead to 28-14. We'll be back in a few with the next kickoff. Tyler Farber on to do the kicking duties.
I think we'll see the Eagles letting it fly here a little bit. Problem is a little pass protection issue last time. We'll see what they can do.
Farber actually kicks this one deep.
Number 8.
He takes it up the middle and runs into a wall of Warriors. And driven backwards.
Mason Campbell on the return.
Returned by number 6, Lincoln. Tackled by Wolfsburg Warriors. And number 6, Brody Meyer.
1:18 left to go in the third.
The first down playing for the Eagles.
Well, I think with the Eagles, four receivers that all have multiple catches, I think we're going to see their quarterback, Sinclair, maybe scrambling a little bit to the perimeter and letting it go a little bit.
Be interesting to see if Warrington counters with a little blitz of their own. The Eagles are missing their starting left guard, Van Dyke, who got injured earlier in the game. He's still on the sidelines. Sinclair looks the pass, throws out to the right, completes it, and the receiver, John Kennedy, is forced out of bounds. Gain of 5 on the play, bring up 2nd and 5. So coach's prediction here, standing true. It's like they're looking to throw the ball around the field a little bit more. Warrington has stopped the run of Bryant Bronson here since the opening drive where he scored the first touchdown for the Eagles, but since then they've had his number. Warrington blitz on the next play, once again passed and completed to Kennedy, and that's just caught right at the first down marker.
And it is a first down.
Catches the ball and falls to his knees. And the Eagles have a first down. 2 pass completions here from Sinclair to Kennedy. This time they hand off to Bronson, and Bronson's met immediately.
Javon Jones with a big hit.
Trey Guthrie there as well. The defensive line just really getting through. I almost think they thought that they're going to pass, and they had to get some pressure on the quarterback. And instead, as soon as the quarterback Sinclair handed off to Bronson, both of them were basically tackled. Loss of 3 on the play to bring up 2nd and 13.
Other than the big game by Bronson, they've really put the clamps down on the run game here as of late.
Yes, sir. Sinclair's back to pass. Wide receiver screen out to the left side.
It's Matlock.
It's Jordan Matlock with the reception. Gain of a couple on the play to bring up 3rd and 9. You can see why the Sinclair kid's a very good passer here.
Very good arm.
Very accurate. Only a junior.
That's the end of the quarter.
And that is the end of the third quarter. So, with 1 quarter left to play here, the conference championship of the GAC North, Warrington leads Orchard Farm 28-14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a few. Well, in the second half here, it looks like Warrenton's made an adjustment to take away the inside running of Bronson, and that has forced the hand of the Eagles. So it looks like they're going to throw the ball around a little bit more here in the last quarter. Championship of the conference on the line. Stroller forces Sinclair out of the pocket. Sinclair keeps it and runs. He's got enough for a first down, and then Brandon Johnson takes out his legs. Sinclair gets all the way down to the Warrenton 45-yard line. Nice run by Sinclair.
Very athletic play by him again. I really like him. He can throw it, he can run it. Like you said in pregame, he's can do it all.
Offense goes through Sinclair.
Mm-hmm.
First and 10 for the Eagles at the 45-yard line of the Warriors. Sinclair hands off to Bronson up the middle, and he is struck immediately. Trey Guthrie on the tackle, helped out with Caden Strower on the play. Javon Jones was in there as well.
Looks like no gain on the play.
Second and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, they've made an adjustment up the middle. They've really stuffed that run up the middle, and that's been huge.
Well, I'm noticing that Trey Guthrie has moved over to the nose tackle position. That's usually held down by Kyle Locke. Snap back to Sinclair. Sinclair is getting pressure. He bounces off a couple tackles, but is eventually brought down in the backfield for a sack.
43, Taylor Anderson.
Cole Meyer in there as well. Loss of 4 or 5 on the play, being third and long for the Eagles.
Javon Jones was in there too, had an initial hit on him, kind of slowed him down.
Great pressure. Like I said, that defensive line is really heating it up.
Yes.
Matlock split out left. Kennedy over here on the right side of the formation. Those seems to be the two favorite receivers for Sinclair today. Sinclair gets a snap, rolls left. Looking for Matlock, throwing deep to Matlock. He underthrows him and intercepted by Austin White. Austin White's got it to the 20, 30, 35, 40. Flag gets thrown down, and Austin White is brought down from behind by John Kennedy. The flag was thrown after the interception, so the interception should count. Just a matter of what the flag is for.
Yeah, it was on the return.
Austin White interception, ladies and gentlemen. What a big play by the Warrington defense. Referee signal looks like it's going to be illegal blindside block against Warrington on the return. As we said earlier, the interception is going to stand. Warrington's going to take over here for their first possession of the fourth quarter with 9:49 left in the ball game. And they're going to start first and 10 at their own 21.
Well, they just need to grind out a couple first downs here, kill some clock.
That's Austin White's third interception of the year. He leads the team. Senior cornerback. He had man-to-man coverage over there on Jordan Matlock, who's a little bit taller, but the ball was underthrown, and Austin White was just in great position. Warriors break the huddle with Caden Strower in a fullback, Austin Haas at the halfback. Johnson hands to Haas. He follows Strower into the hole. A lot of traffic and congestion, but Austin comes over out on the right-hand side. Looks like no gain on the play. Right now the Eagles are battling not only the Warriors, but they're also battling the clock, trailing by 14 with under 9 minutes left to go here.
A couple first downs here would really put a hurt on the Eagles.
The pressure is certainly building. Looks like they got their goal line offensive line in there again. Strower to full back to the right side. Handoff to Haas. He goes behind Strower on the right side, and he's got room to run. Cuts it back over the left. And he got enough for a Warrington first down. Great blocking down the field by the fullback, Caden Strower.
Tackle by Andrew Gecky.
Looks like center Jack Morris pulled on that play and also did a great job blocking downfield as well. That's the second time we've seen Morris down the field blocking, getting a hat on a hat and giving Haas room to run.
You're right there. Two tight end offense here, really paying dividends.
Warriors content to bleed some clock here at the line of scrimmage. Johnson doing a good job. Play clock is down under 10 now. Johnson fakes a handoff. He's looking deep. A little play action pass. He throws into double coverage, and the ball is broken up. The play is broken up by, looks like, number 7, Brendan Hudzik for the Eagles.
With the incompletion, stops the clock.
It's like Warrington was trying to make the Eagles pay for bringing the linebackers and the safeties up deep there, or up close to the line of scrimmage. Tried to beat them deep, but the players from Orchard Farm were back and covered that well.
They're going to stay on the ground here.
This time Johnson's going to keep her following behind the blocking of Strower and Haas. He puts his head down and runs over a tackler. Gain of 8 on the play.
Thought he was stopped for no gain and turned it into 8 yards.
Brandon Johnson running with a lot of determination.
Yes.
Senior quarterback wants to win another conference championship for the Warriors. Last year they won it when he was the safety. This year he wants to win it when he's the safety and the quarterback. Nothing like winning a conference championship your senior year.
Never gets old.
Tight end Evan Shank on the left side for the Warriors. Warriors are bleeding the clock here, and it looks like Orchard Farm's going to call a timeout to talk things over. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Orchard Farm trails 28-14. Teams have broken the huddles. 3rd and short for the Warriors.
So we were talking there at the break. Coaches probably went out and said, hey, we got to start trying to strip the ball here, guys. We got to try to get the ball back. Time's running out.
That's some good thinking there, Coach. Johnson hands off to Haas, who goes over the right side. He's got enough for the first down, cuts back, and then he forced out of bounds.
No, he slides down.
Slides down.
Yeah, like I don't want to go out of bounds. I'm going to slide down, keep the clock going. Got the first down. Why not?
So Coach Coper's countering the timeout by the Eagles and saying, "Look, we're going to get a first down, take a knee, and keep on bleeding that clock. They can't score if they don't have the ball." The best defense is a good offense.
I've heard that word somewhere before.
Same formation from the Warriors. The meat grinders in there. Big offensive line. Strower, the fullback, joins Haas in the backfield with the quarterback Johnson. Johnson hands off to Haas. He follows Strower over the right side. He's got room to run. He's got enough for a first down, and he's doing a great job of protecting the ball. 2 hands on the ball, and he gets down at the 30-yard line.
I haven't seen this look out of Warrington very much this year. To really utilize this here in the second half, it's been just a fantastic job by their coaching staff, switching things up. We're coming at you. We're not trying to fool you here.
Yeah, Coach Coper said that in the paper this week. He's not afraid to say it. We're just going to bring it right to you. And then once you start crowding that line of scrimmage, he's going to throw it long and throw it deep.
I get a feeling they're going to keep it on the ground.
6:15 on the clock. Linebackers for the Eagles up on their toes, rushing the line of scrimmage. Haas breaks 1 tackle as he runs to the left side, picks up about 4 or 5, and then he is tackled.
Alex Walker on the tackle. That was Austin Haas's 25th carry of the night.
Haas is actually coming out of the game. They're going to give him a little bit of a rest here. The two-way player. Linebacker on defense, running back on offense. Peyton Dawson comes in to run the ball for the Warriors. See if they hand off to Dawson, if Johnson's going to keep it himself. They're content to watch the play clock run down. It's only at 15 seconds. Johnson's been real good about not getting them started even until they get to about 10 seconds. Now we're at 10 seconds. The line gets down. Johnson hands off to Dawson. Dawson goes to the right side, following the block by Strower. Strower throws a great block. Dawson's got room to run, and he's forced out of bounds right at the 11-yard line. That was Alex Wilson, the center, pulling once again over the right side. Warriors really running that play well tonight.
I'm excited for Peyton Dawson to come in, get 1 carry, get 15 yards. Why not? Looks like Javon Jones is back in the game, too. I see Haas over there. He was down on the knee. Coach is patting him on the back. Take a water break. He's just walking around over there.
Got to give credit to the Warrington offensive line.
Absolutely.
Marcus Green, Kyle Lauk, Jack Morris, Alex Wilson, Logan Nichols, Chance Claysing, excuse me. This time Johnson keeps it, goes up the middle. He gets close to the end zone and breaks it out to the right and scampers in. An 11-yard touchdown run for Brandon Johnson. That's Johnson's second touchdown of the second half. Farber to try the point after. And as the snap goes back, a whistle is blown. The play is dead. Kick is not going to be counted. Looks like Orchard Farm is lined up in the neutral zone. .428 left to go in the ball game. Warrington has broken this one wide open.
Yes, they have. Their meat grinder offense, like you called it, was just so impressive.
Before they can even snap the ball for the point after this time, The side official once again throws another flag. Looks like we've got things straightened out. Farber's going to try the point after attempt to extend the Warrior lead to 35-14. It's now back ball down. Johnson gets it down. Farber gets the kick up, and it's through the uprights. So 4:28 left to go in the ball game. Warrington extends their lead to 21 points. Air Eagle. Well, the ball's going to be in the air here in the rest of the fourth quarter, I think, if the Eagles will want to come back and get this one close. Coach and I just looking at the stats. Warrenton's only thrown the ball 2 times this half. Oh, they tried a little squib kick up the middle, and Orchard Farm falls on it right before Warrenton does. They've got the ball at the 40-yard line. That's where they'll start 1st and 10, trailing by 21 points here in the conference championship game.
Well, see what Orchard Farm can do. See if they can let it fly.
Colin Sinclair's an accurate thrower. We'll see if he can handle the pressure of the Warrenton rush and the blitzing linebackers. This time they only blitz one. Colin decides to keep it himself and run it all the way up the middle. Gain of 15, almost 20 on the play. Nice run by the junior quarterback.
Big tackle there by Peyton Dawson.
Sinclair's got the Eagles in Warrenton territory at the 44-yard line. When he pulls that ball down to run, he just has a lot of determination.
Well, he did.
He really gets after it. Handoff this time to Bronson. Goes up the middle, met immediately. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Looks like Javon Jones on the tackle. 2 straight runs coming out of the timeout for the Eagles. 3:44 on the clock. Sinclair's back to pass this time. Looks to the left. Throws and completes.
And nice tackle.
Jordan Matlock catches that. And that brings up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. They've got the ball at the Warrenton 37-yard line. Ethan Stiles is in the backfield, a running back here for the Eagles. Sinclair looks deep, hits Kennedy, looks for Kennedy, but the ball falls incomplete, stopping the clock and making it 4th and 4 for Orchard Farm. 2:49 left to go in the ball game. Warrenton defense would like to stop them here. Only giving up 12 points a game. They've already given up 14. They don't want to add to that number today. Sinclair back to pass. Looks left. Throws left. Intended for the running back. Who really wasn't looking.
Almost could have been a late hit there, but they let that one go.
That is going to be turned over on downs.
Warrington defense stands tall again.
2:46 left to go in the ball game. Warrington will look to run out the clock here and clinch their second straight GAC North Conference Championship.
I think they can feel it over there. See a lot of high-fiving and slapping. And
it'll be a great way to celebrate with homecoming tomorrow night, too.
Wow, you're right. They come out with their two tight end. We're going to run it at you.
Hand off to Dawson. Dawson goes over the right side. He's got blockers. He's got a first down, and he is brought down from behind. Gain of 14 on the play. Peyton Dawson usually plays wide receiver, but at this point in time, they're giving Austin Haas a little bit of a blow, and they're giving Peyton the carries.
How exciting for him. 2 carries, 29 yards. Key is that line. That line is opening holes for him, and that's been the difference.
Warrington has a 1st and 10 in Orchard Farm territory. Ball at the 46-yard line. This time Johnson keeps it, goes up the middle, runs into traffic and brought down, runs through a couple blockers and gets 7 on a carry. They'll bring up 2nd and 3. Styles on the tackle for Orchard Farm. Johnson hands off to Javon Jones this time. Jones goes over the right tackle. He's got room to go. He might get it into the house, and he does. A 39-yard touchdown scamper by the junior fullback, Javon Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the season.
Tell you what, he was moving.
He really was. When he got out there in open field, he had a different gear that we hadn't seen so far. 1:31 left to go in the ball game.
Lots of jumping up and down over there on the Warrington side.
This time it's Mason Thompson doing the point after attempt. A wide receiver makes his first extra point of the season.
Look how excited
and he is really excited. The school record holder in receptions and touchdown receptions kicks his first extra point of the season, and that gives the Warriors a 42-14 lead late in the 4th quarter.
He'll be talking about that for years.
The rest of his life.
Are you kidding me? He's going to be at the dance tomorrow night going, did you see me kick that extra point?
But like I said, he's the record holder for touchdown receptions and receptions. But he'll be talking about.
He's where they're talking right now. I'm looking at him.
The point after attempt.
Hey, did you see that? I can do everything. Let me do it.
Good for him.
That is awesome.
Just the joy on his face as he ran off the field.
Well,
it doesn't get any better than that.
And what I like is the coaches are allowing him to come out and do that. How fun is that?
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
And he looked like he knew what he was doing.
Mayor's running around slapping 5, and I look over. Oh, they just dumped the cooler on the coach. That's a great feeling.
The Warrior defense has thrown the goose egg here in the second half, Coach. No points allowed.
Yep, Coach Coper is going to enjoy that Gatorade bath over there.
Kickoff from Farber. Goes down to the 10. Dropped by the receiver. Picks it up. And he sees a lot of red shirts. Breaks it over to the left side. And he's got room to run. Oh, somebody's getting held, though. He's going to go all the way to the house.
And there's no penalty flags.
90-yard kickoff return. Caden Hankins, the touchdown, 90-yard return. Hankin already had 185 touchdown return earlier this season. That was a 90-yard.
Well, we talked about that also earlier tonight. Was we do a lot of squib kicks, then want to keep it away from that kid, and he just showed why we didn't want to kick it to him too much. Like you'd mentioned that earlier, Keith. Now we know why. I thought he was stopped on the 10, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's gone. They're not giving up, the Eagles.
You like to see that. There's always got to build for districts because they're still going to be highly seeded in districts coming up. They travel to Moberly next week.
Still looking at a 1 seed, so.
Mason Campbell to try the point after attempt here. Bad snap. Holder gets it down, and the kick is good. 1-play drive on a kickoff return here, 42-21 with 1:10 left to go in the ball game. Taking a look at the kickoff here for the Eagles. See if they try to work on their onside kick game here or if they're just content to kick it deep.
Squibbed it right to him.
Warrington falls on it. Javon Jones falls on it. Just past midfield. Warrington's going to start 1st and 10 at their 48-yard line. Looking to run out the clock. Orchard Farm can't really stop the clock here other than 2 more times, I think, and we'll see if they even try to stop the clock. As they trail by 21 points, 42-21 here.
Well, what a performance by Warrington offensive line and their defense in the second half. It's just been fantastic to watch. And
we credit a lot of times as adjustments they make at halftime, and accordingly, Warrington made great defensive adjustments to start the second half. Only giving up 1 touchdown there on the kickoff. Special teams. Johnson takes the first snap, takes a knee, and looks like everybody's content to let this clock run out. The result of this game is pretty much in hand. No need to get anybody else hurt with the district games getting ready to start in 2 weeks. Victory formation for the Warriors. Snap back to Johnson. He takes a knee. And that's going to do it. Your Warrington Warriors are the 2-time GAC North Conference champions. We'll be back with the stars of the game right after this. What a memorable night it has been. The Warrington Warriors have once again proven their prowess on the field, securing a triumphant victory over the Orchard Farm Eagles. With a final score of 42-21, the Warriors captured the GAC North Conference Championship for the second year in a row. Coaches create schemes to put their players in position to make the plays to win the game. And tonight, Coach Coper's strategic schemes helped the defense to be relentless and their offense to be unstoppable, with the key plays coming from these 3 standouts. Our number 3 star of the game is the offensive line. Coach, talk about the offensive line for the Warrington Warriors.
Talked about them all night long. I mean, as a team, the team rushed. I had 42 rushing attempts for 373 yards. I mean, whether it was Haas in the backfield, Brandon Johnson running the ball, Javon Jones, Peyton Dawson with his 2 carries for 29 yards. The offensive line just was fantastic for them tonight. And a lot of those guys play defense as well. But you got to tip your hat to those guys tonight when they get the 3rd star.
And our number 2 star of the game is Austin Haas. He opened the scoring in the first half with a 3-yard touchdown run on Warrington's first possession. And then later in the first half, he had a 40-yard touchdown run. His vision behind the offensive line, as Coach mentioned earlier, was just fantastic, gaining first down after first down and helping the Warrington basically run the clock out in the second half. Austin had 25 carries for 192 yards, so fantastic night for Austin. And our number 1 star is going to be Coach
Brandon Johnson. Just a fantastic night for him. Ended up carrying the ball 12 times for 104 yards. Was 6 for 10 throwing the ball. 3 touchdowns this evening. And, just continues to lead this team. We were talking about him like from week 1, how much he's matured and just the confidence in him. I think that also goes through the rest of the team as well. As he's just been lights out offensively and as a leader. Even throws that are not caught or on the money and broken up by the other team or whatever, but he's throwing it, he's running it, and he's our number 1 star for the GAC North champion Warrington Warriors.
We always want to remember, though, it takes a team to win a championship, and the entire Warrington team showed what it means to be a champion tonight. A huge congratulations to the Warriors on their incredible win, and a nod of respect to the Eagles for their fierce competition and valiant effort. Thank you for joining us for this unforgettable game here at Warrington High School. For now, this is Keith Brown and Coach Joel Adams signing off. Keep tuning into the Warrington Sports Network for more thrilling sports action. Good night.